So now, ladies and gentlemen, live and in color, it's Mr. Wayne Love Juice.
The other day our producer Louis had a chat with an interesting chappie who said that the YouTube algorithms really aren't that happy if a channel only broadcasts once a week, so we decided we could text ya whenever we've got a piece of news in our new book on the Track Extra. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are again from the Track Extra. Well, a couple of weeks ago we had the show about the sea monster seen in Pembroke Dock many moons ago. And whilst watching this episode, watching the premiere alongside V, Louis was off skulking somewhere, but V and I watched the show and we got talking to Mick Holland, who's one of our regular viewers, and he said that he really wanted some more of Richard's and my book reviews. So, never say we don't give you what you want. This one's for you, Mick. Okay, Richard, what are we going to do first? What book are we going to do first?
Well, I'm only halfway through this, but I'm enjoying it so much. I'd got it with me because I was reading it anyway. So I thought I'd start with this one, which is Just Another Tinfoil Hat Presents. And this is a book based on an excellent podcast by Zelia Edgar, who is from Wisconsin in the USA, and she does this fantastic podcast called Just Another Tinfoil Hat, wherein she examines some of the strangest of the strange, the real high strangeness cases of Forteana. And she's a great presenter. She does it really well. She's got a wonderful voice. She'd be great at voice acting or doing voiceovers for things. But she presents them. They range from about 15 minutes to half an hour long. But she looks at these strange cases and recounts them very eloquently. Great orator, and she's collected some of her favourites in this book, Just Another Tinfoil Hat Presents. I hope there's going to be more volumes in it. But for example, there are things that I'd never heard of, and things that are quite celebrated. And there are things most 14s have heard of, like the Flatwoods Monster, the Loveland Frogmen, and the Charles Wetzel creature. But then there's things like a case from a lake in Oregon where people were reporting a white Sasquatch, but the Sasquatch was supposed to be telepathically communicating with people and telling them that his name was Flix. Very strange indeed. A Sandown Sam, who was sort of like a weird robot-like alien clown thing entity that was seen on the Isle of Wight by two children. He doesn't really fit in with any other Fortean case. It's just so utterly bizarre. And the Cisco Grove case, where the guy who had gone on a hunting trip, separated from his friends, climbed up a tree to avoid bears, and then in the middle of the night said he saw this bizarre light come down that seemed to be like a spaceship, and these two creatures wearing goggles came to the bottom of the tree, had a robot with them that seemed to vomit up sleeping gas as if they were trying to capture him, but they made a really half-assed job of trying to capture him and climb the tree even. And the whole thing seems pointless. And what you get from these is that the encounters are not what you would first think them to be. They seem to be more like some sort of bizarre performance art.
Have you ever read John Keel's Disneyland of Gods?
No, I've read a bit by Keel, quite a bit, but not Disneyland of the Gods.
It sounds like, I want to read. I want to read that book. I'm going to go out and buy it next payday, which is next week, I think. It sounds like it is a great companion volume to Disneyland of the Gods. Because the thing about Disneyland of the Gods is that it points out quite how peculiar and absurd so many of these accounts are. These are accounts of stuff that really just doesn't make any sense. And I've seen a couple of her videos on YouTube, and they're very good indeed. And if we do start doing another Weird Weekend, and if the ideas I have for bringing in sponsorship actually work for a change, she is right at the top of my list of people I'd love to have. So I can't review the book because I've not yet read it. Richard's halfway through it and raving about it, and I think that probably, if we were going to give scores, we'd probably say that's 10 out of 10 or very, very close. But we don't do scores because they're stupid. Well, it's the day after we recorded all that, and everything was going fine. But unfortunately, Richard's not very well now, and the internet keeps on going on and off, on and off, on and off, with the regularity of Archie trying to turn out the kitchen bin. So, apart from the fact I've got this little bit at the end to film, which I seem to be filming with little Dotty behind me, there's very little I'm going to be able to do for the rest of the afternoon because I can't get online. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I've enjoyed doing this episode. I am just about to go to sleep, but eventually I shall wake up, and when I wake up I'll be watching another show, and you'll be watching the show, so if that happens, I'll be seeing you.